Hello everyone, Cami here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a budget with me, which is amazing because I haven't done one of this in a while now. And I'm just going to show you guys my whole setup, my new setup. I am using an easy, I think they call it monthly planners now. They used to be the deluxe planner, and we're going to actually go ahead and start. I have the neutral version, and I actually already set down some of the stickers that I had, mainly the monthly calendar one, because I'm not going to show you guys all the setups that I do. I'm just gonna do them and then, you know, show you guys as I go along, because I do check-ins every now and then. I will be doing that once I start getting paid. Here they did add more pages to this, and that's amazing because I really needed more pages because I am increasing some stuff. And as you guys know, my husband and I did combine our finances, and we didn't used to combine our finances at all. We have been dating for 5 years before we got married, and we never combined our finances, and it's just like a personal thing that we decided. And then, you know, as we got married, we talked about it, and that means we're also combining not just the bills but also the debt. So like I said before, I think I disclosed this, but we have more debt now because of the renovations of this place. We did move into the garage of our in-laws, well, my in-laws, and we renovated it to where we can live in it, and it was honestly a lot more than we thought. Like, I honestly thought it wasn't going to be that expensive, and we kind of sort of saved up for that. You know, my husband was using his income at that time to kind of fix everything up, and then it slowly got bigger and bigger, and plumbing was so much, everything was so much, so we didn't expect it to be that much. So here I have some sticky notes of where I want to put down stickers. I'm not gonna show you guys all of the stickers that I put down like I said, but I am gonna use the stickers from my shop. I will be using this washi right here. This is a freebie if you order like $40 before taxes and before shipping. So you get a freebie of washi for the month of September. And then I'm also going to use this September budget layout. Now it looks different right here because I did update this recently, and I did like increase the price for those who have bought this before that didn't get these dots right here and the totals right here. I don't really want to use the dots. I just put it there just in case, you know, some people use them. But I feel like I'm talking too much. So just to kind of give you a clue, like this is the September monthly calendar, and then there's another page here, a blank page, and this used to be like a page with highlights, birthdays, and all that, but I covered it with, you know, piece of paper from my notebook from Erin Condren, and I just covered it up just so I can have more space, because I do need space. Like, I will put the debt snowball right here. We're trying to do the debt snowball first, and I'm gonna do my savings on the other side because we are doing both. I'm not following like Dave Ramsey. I'm following the budget mom because I feel like a little bit of savings is good. We need to build an emergency fund because I know like things can happen out of nowhere, and I feel like that's more the reason why we got in debt, because we didn't have the backup money for it. For September, we actually have paid some of the stuff already because this is us starting out our budget from nothing, like from being individuals who budget separately to combining our finances together. Like, if you're watching, like if you're interested on how to do that, I'm starting that right now, and I'm showing you guys how we do it. And honestly, it's very confusing. It's definitely not an easy thing to like think about. I have a lot of on the note pages of my budget notebook, I do have some stuff like as far as notes and just figuring things out. Like, I have a layout of our income, our debt, our bills. I have it all laid down, and then I kind of just try to figure things out. And then I'm gonna lay this down. But some of the stuff for September we've already paid for, just because I wasn't sure if I was gonna budget this month. Like you guys know, I wasn't sure because I'm not sure when I start working, but I know for a fact that I will start working soon. So I feel like I should just show you guys this and kind of like, you know, implement like a routine for September. and just start budgeting, because I keep talking about it. But you know, September is kind of an iffy month for us. I don't know if I'll make enough. I don't know if I'm actually gonna make money for this first month, because I'm breaking our paychecks bi-weekly, because my husband gets paid every week, but I get paid every 2 weeks. So it's definitely like an adjustment, a very big adjustment to do this, to budget, you know, for 2 people. Like, it's definitely something I feel like it's a lot to think about. For this, this is my budget kit. I have this kind of curated to my needs, and so if you're interested, they will be available in my Etsy shop, which I always leave in the description down below. So if you want to check that out, just, you know, click through that and browse through my September budget kit. And I also have October available, and I'll have November soon. So September, it's kind of late to order September now because it's already September. I think for September there's 2 paychecks that I'm gonna do. So paycheck number 1 and paycheck number 2. For paycheck number 1, I think I'm gonna do that on a Friday, which is the 11th. And then 9/25. So I do have the date, I have my day job, because I do have like the day job that I want to do, and then the side hustle. So I'm not going to show you guys, like, I'm not going to break down how much my husband makes versus how much I make. I'm just going to combine them together and show you guys that. I don't mind showing you guys the income, but my husband was kind of iffy about showing his income, which is understandable, but we're just gonna combine them together and see how it goes. My monthly income like estimate for the month always is $2,200, and that's like worst case scenario. That's how I plan, which is like, if it's like the lowest income we'll have, that's gonna be the amount. So $2,200 a month for both incomes. It's not a lot, I know. Like, I feel like I'll put that on the description down below, that we don't have a lot of income. We don't have college degrees. I have student loan, but I'm not in my field, which is annoying and honestly very depressing. But you know, we're gonna try to budget it out, and I am gonna try to kind of get back into school like in 2 years time. I think I talked about that a little bit again in my previous video. I'm trying to work really hard for my family. I'm trying to provide, and I'm also trying to, you know, educate my boyfriend about, like, we need to do these things to be able to do big things in the future. If we want another baby, we definitely need to increase our income. So $2,200 right now is cutting it close. If you guys are familiar with how I budget before, this is so different than what I used to do, but I find that this is actually very functional for me right now. So I really like how everyone has been budgeting. So I have separated my, you know, my bills through fixed and variable. So fixed is pretty much stuff that doesn't change. People have different categories for this. It depends on how you do it. It's up to you. If you think like certain things doesn't change, then you put that on the fixed. And the variable are just stuff that you think will budge, or like you can definitely alter in your budget. But definitely, like, sometimes even fixed ones, they get altered. Like, for example, 1 month in my phone bill, I get charged $56. Other months, I get charged $57. It's very different, but that is part of my fixed expense. For fixed, I am gonna put debt here, and you know, that's just a general thing. I'm not gonna discuss my debt yet. I will on a separate video. For debt, I am putting $541, and that is all of the minimum payments of our debt. Like I said, some of these we already paid for this month, just because sometimes, like, my husband and I are the same way. Like, we pay for our stuff right away. Like, when I don't cash envelope or when I don't budget, I pay for my stuff right away in the beginning of the month, and then so I don't have to worry about things. So some of the stuff he already paid for. Some of the stuff, like my phone, I already paid for this month. So it just varies, and I'm gonna show you guys how everything is when I stuff my cash envelopes, which is gonna be on the 11th. And then my phone is combining my phone bill and my husband's phone bill, so that's gonna be $137 for our budgeted amount. And then for insurance, I didn't have insurance before, but this is for car insurance for my husband. So he does get charged $122. So I think we need to go to State Farm and ask them about this because he is 25. He is turning 26 this year, and we have yet to talk about them like lowering his insurance bill because he hasn't had any accidents or anything. Let me know like how that goes, because you can decrease your insurance. I'm not sure from what I've heard before. And for gas, like this, I don't have this last time that I was budgeting, but for this one we're budgeting 120 because this is for my husband's transportation, and that also includes mine. And the reason why I say on fixed is because I'm gonna separate his allowance and put that in a different, I know it's kind of confusing because I'm like explaining a lot of things right now. You know, in our bank we can have several cards, but I'm giving him his own like card to spend to put his allowance and the gas. So whatever he doesn't spend on gas, he can just use whatever. That's just what we talked about because he's the one in charge of like putting gas in his car and I don't have a car. It's just easier for us and I don't have to worry about it that much. And for subscriptions, we have Netflix and Hulu. So it's a bit excessive, but that's the only thing we pay for as far as subscription. So that's $28. And internet, this is actually gonna increase in January, but for right now it's $62. And for rent, we still do pay rent here, but it's not a lot. It's mainly just to cover for electricity, which is $200. And then I'm gonna put my totals down here. So that's all of our fixed expenses, and I'm gonna remind you once again, some of these stuff we already paid for, and I'm also trying to figure out if I should pay for minimums when it comes to my student loan because they are on forbearance right now, and the only reason why I'm contemplating on not paying it is because, like I said, I'm only starting to work this month, and honestly I'm not going to be bringing in a lot of money because my first few days would probably be a couple dollars, a couple hundred, because orientation is 3 hours, and then who's to say like I'll get a lot of hours after that. I'm trying to prepare for the worst, but also trying to budget starting it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just want to do it, and if I don't do it, we're just gonna get lost again, and then October is gonna be a mess. I just want to go ahead and do it. For my variable, I do have a couple of categories, and I have it on the side right here just to kind of copy it. So for my variable, groceries is definitely one of them, because it can definitely change, because I originally wanted 600 in my groceries cash envelope, which is a lot. I feel like it's a lot, but you have to remember I have a family now, and I'm trying to include her diapers and her wipes, her formula, and I'm also including household in this, and I was originally going to include them all together, including the eating out money, but we're kind of on a tight budget with a $2,200 a month of income, and we're trying to pay off at least one credit card this year or whatever's left of the year. That's our financial goal for this year, so I'm trying to like really tighten it up. And allowance, you know, if ever like we're short on something, I can definitely take that out of our allowances. So I have 300 for allowances, so 100 for each of us, 100 for me, my husband, and my baby. So that would include like her toys in the future, her clothes. She doesn't need a lot of clothes, but I'm also going to include her diapers there for right now because I can't include it in the groceries, because $100 a week is pretty tight for groceries for us, because my husband eats twice at work, so he needs to have lunch, and he can't go out to go get something for his lunch. He has to eat there. So that's why our groceries has been expensive. And then I have sinking funds right here. I do have like a very small sinking fund. Like I don't have a lot. I think I have 4. So for sinking fund, it is $230. Eating out, this is not a lot. Like keep in mind, all of this is for a month. So eating out is just $60. If you remember last year, I would budget $80 a month. So 60 is kind of steep for a whole family. I'm definitely trying to like budget really low here. Like, you know, I'm doing my best. So for unbudgeted, I don't have a cushion yet. I do want to put a cushion there one day, but for right now, we're just gonna put 0, and whatever is, you know, over, we're gonna figure it out. But that's just basically the gist of everything. Just figure things out as you go. I'm gonna use this washi right here. Hopefully I'm explaining things right and that you're not confused, or you're not just shaking your head right now and like saying, oh my gosh, what is going on? And I'm just trying to make sense out of the things with the situation that we have. I also forgot to put the totals here. So the total for all of my fixed expenses, my budgeted, is 1,210, and for my variable, the total is 990. Right there. So that's for the whole month. I do have this summary right here. I do like putting this down below. So I have my summary, which I put right here on the side. If you see my head on the corner, I mean, I can't avoid it because I have to be really close to my paper for me to see everything. So for summary, this is what I'm doing. I am putting my fixed right here, which is, we said, 1,210, and my variable, which is 990. So I'm gonna put an addition right here, an addition mark. And then the reason why I put this other total section on the bottom is for this reason right here. So I would like to total this out, and then together that's 2,200. So that's our monthly thing. So as you guys can see, there's no wiggle room, there's not a lot of flexibility, there's no extra debt payment, no savings at all in my budget for the month. And that's only because my income, the 2,200, that's the worst case scenario. And if that happens, it's fine, we're good, our budget is fine. And whatever extra, my husband and I talked about that every month, whatever extra we have, I am gonna discuss with him how much we have left for the month, and then we're gonna decide how much we'll put on debt and how much we'll have on savings. He wants to like put it all in debt, and I tell him like we need a little bit of savings, like we can put the majority in debt because he really wants to get out of it. I still want to like be out of debt, but I also want a little bit of savings. Just it makes me feel better, like in a little emergency fund. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. Some of you guys are like diehard Dave Ramsey like followers, and I understand that, but this is our budget. I really don't want you guys to focus on our numbers, but how we budget things. And if you guys don't like how I do things here, that's fine. You don't have to watch this. This is what my family does and what my husband and I work for. This is our money, you know. I feel like I don't have to tell you guys that because, you know, we're all grown adults here and we'll be fine. Okay, and I put my income here. So my total income that I estimate for the month, because as you guys remember, this is budgeted. This is not the actual. This is just budgeted. And then the actual I'll discuss with you at the end of the month. Sorry if my phone is just going off. So my budgeted income for the month is 2,200. And then I'm gonna put a subtraction right here, just to kind of not confuse me, because this part of the budgeting confuses me. So it just helped me a lot to put that extra sticker, you know. If we subtract 2,200 by 2,200, that's a 0, so no extra income for the month, and that's fine. And you know, I'm gonna use this later to kind of put on the side of how much we have left over, if we do have left over, or how much we owe for the month, or if we go in the negatives. I don't know yet. September is not over. We'll see how everything goes. Okay, that is everything. I hope I didn't confuse you guys. I hope like this is not at all like discouraging you to budget or to even like be in a joint account or even be debt free. I know for some people like decorating is too much for them, but this is just how I like, you know, planning my budget and just how I think it's fun. I love budgeting. I'm a budget nerd. I don't like numbers, but I like it when it's my numbers, like it's my money. So I want to budget it, and I really like the process of putting down stickers and then allocating my money to certain things. And if that's not your cup of tea, that's fine. You can definitely go digital, or there's a lot of people that do digital budgeting out there. I have like Marissa, I forgot her last name, but she does digital. You know, that's fine. But I love stickers. They're fun, they're very colorful, and I can definitely look back at this and then understand how everything goes. So I'm so excited for this month. I'm so excited to be getting back into things. I'm just so excited for my family, and hopefully these steps that I'm taking now will make a huge difference in the future. I know we'll have a lot of setbacks. Of course, that happens. I'm gonna be open and honest to you guys about our setbacks. Hopefully you guys can like be supportive and not be judgy too much. If you are, you know, that type of person, I'm just gonna delete the comment, because it does take a lot to put your income and your budget out there. I just really enjoy it. It's one of my great passions. I'm just trying to make my life better and try to be out of debt and try to like have more adventures with my family. I rambled on too much already. Like I said, if you actually like these stickers that I have right here, I have them available in my shop. I do try to ship them within the same week that you ordered. I do have a baby now, and honestly, like, my time isn't as free as it used to be, so I did try to ship it out in the same week. So if you want the September kits, they're gonna be a little bit late, but I do have October kits, and I also have November coming up. Also, if you want to like see a little bit of our life, like our life behind the scenes, I do have a vlogging channel that I always link in the description down below. If you're interested, I always try to plug that in now because I enjoy vlogging. I do try to post every week there, and I just post about our life and how everything is. I usually look raggedy in there, but that's fine. That's real life. That's real mom life. Last one, before I go, I just quickly want to show you guys how everything looks once I set everything up. So this is again my monthly calendar look. So this is gonna be where my debt snowball is gonna be, where I show you guys my debt stuff towards the end of the month. And this is gonna be where my savings tracker will be. I know it's kind of huge, but you know, it's a free page. And this is the page that we worked on today, which is my September budget with all of my numbers as well as my income and all of my estimates. And this is going to be where my paycheck number 1 will go. This is going to be where my paycheck number 2 will go. This is my sinking funds. I only have a little bit of sinking funds, like I said. I think I have 4 or 5, but if you have more, you can put it on another page. And this is where my transaction log for my sinking funds will go. This is my weekly check-in. I'm not gonna put another header right here because, you know, it's understandable, but I just put like a big washi up here. And I do have 6 categories that I want to work with as far as check-ins go. So I'm gonna show you guys that like on my 3rd check-in, because I won't have a first check-in and then I won't have a second week check-in. And this is my week 4 and week 5. Maybe I'll do a results here towards the end. Maybe, we'll see. This is a transaction log. I am gonna pretty much jot down everything that we use. It doesn't matter if it's bills or sinking funds or groceries or any of my allowances. I won't put my husband's allowance in here because he deals with his own money, but everything else will be right here on these 2 pages. And the last page is just my variable income, where I keep in track of my income. I have Etsy, YouTube, and I left another column for anything else. Like if I sell something on Depop, which I do have Depop, or Facebook Marketplace, I will put that down there. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video, which is, I'm gonna have a lot of budgeting videos coming up because I do have a cash envelope system, like a new one, and I also have my debt, like I discussed to you guys, my new debt. I'm gonna put some lines in here. I'm gonna enjoy my day. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Okay.